One of my favorite moments from Rising of the Shield Hero is when Naofumi sees what he believes to be Filo's death and absolutely loses his shit, going into the Curse series and succumbing to his deepest hatred and wrath. This moment happens just as Naofumi is getting used to living in another world and finally understanding how to make it in this alternate realm, when he is for once comfortable. Naofumi questions if this world will keep taking everything from him, and even though Filo turns out to be just fine, Raphtalia is badly hurt. Naofumi realizes that this world isn't just some nightmare he's been thrown into, it's a place where he can't take refuge in the escape it offers, and one that he ultimately, after his mission is over, cannot remain in. While any form of entertainment certainly has the ability to let us slip away for a few hours until we must return to our ordinary lives, anime takes this form of virtual anesthesia to a whole new level with the Isekai genre. The rationale behind escapism is to forget everyday troubles, to temporarily avoid the boring, mundane, and even unpleasant truths of reality, and even help us fantasize ourselves as more important and better off than we actually are. The usual escapist is a type of daydreamer that imagines themselves in a more perfect utopia, or other world entirely.
Isekai.
They are heroes, achieve everything, have all the power, slay the dragon, and get the girl. Multiple girls. They are, from every angle and focal point, the MVP. They are the sun, with everything and everyone else revolving around their brilliance. Yet when the sun finally does poke through their windows, waking them up, reminding this dreamer of their true place in the universe, they realize they have achieved absolutely nothing in their heroic fantasy. All their inaction has led to is more wasted time and a prolonged, painful confrontation with reality. And it's this dichotomy of pleasant fantasy and painful reality which escapism presents that makes Naofumi such an interesting character in Rising of the Shield Hero. Naofumi, living in an otaku lifestyle, wants to avoid the daily struggles of a college student, but is instead thrust into a world where the problems of waking up early for class seem rather attractive compared to his new situation of being branded a rapist criminal. In fact, save for his first encounter with Malty, bitch, Naofumi is never offered any of the illusionary pleasures from escaping into another world, and instead has nothing but suffering once he arrives in Melromark. While no one would choose to watch a dull movie or a form of entertainment that actually made us suffer, Naofumi doesn't have a choice, as the only way to be sent back home is for new heroes to be summoned, and in order for this to happen, Naofumi must either die or defeat the waves of calamity. All that's left to do now is stand up, forget your daydreams, and face reality head on. But this painful situation actually makes the shield hero who he is supposed to be. Due to Naofumi being viewed as a criminal, he must find crafty ways to solve problems since no one helps him in the traditional way. Escapism and daydreaming our time away temporarily minimizes this struggle which is necessary for development, and when we go without this struggle and turn to fantasy, we are stunted as humans. In reality, we must all forget our distractions and find crafty solutions to everything life throws our way. Struggle is good. Perhaps the best element of Naofumi's character in being summoned to another world is the lesson he provides not only to us, but also himself about escapism. He can't make a life out of getting lost in light novels and being a shut-in otaku. Life isn't a fun fantasy. Soon, Naofumi will graduate college, and unless he somehow has a YouTube channel dedicated to anime, he needs to go out into the real world and make something of himself. You just had to make it personal again, Truth Hero. Every time. The Rising of the Shield Hero might have one of the best setups to an isekai story since God threw a twister down to Kansas and whisked Dorothy off to the magical world of Oz. Sure, a book absorbing you as the hero of prophecy isn't so creative, but being thrust into a world where you are suddenly a criminal and outcast makes for a wonderful commentary on the notions of thinking one can simply escape their problems or substitute them with fantasy. Like Naofumi, we must all take that hard-to-swallow red pill. But the Shield Hero presents something even deeper than just the concept of escapism. Besides being an isekai anime inside the already known escapist entertainment that is anime itself, the fantasy world Naofumi is thrown into is modeled after MMORPG and MOBA games, with each cardinal hero having a party comprised of different classes of warriors who accompany them. Actually, if we really wanted to go deep, the very YouTube video you are watching right now serves as a form of entertainment and escapism. It'd be like 4 layers of ignoring reality. So, good luck with your homework. Video games are a widely popular method of escapism, and the other heroes, particularly Ren, believe this is all just a game, a pleasant retreat and vacation from reality back in Japan. After they level up, unlock cool abilities, and beat the final boss, they'll just return home. Ren, in seeing everything as a game, even slays a dragon and just expects the corpse will disappear, but it doesn't despawn from the map, and actually leads to a village being afflicted by a plague. But life is dangerous when we ignore reality, and Ren will soon find out the cost of treating everything like it's a game that has no consequences. He gets this reality check when his ignorance leads all his companions to be slain in battle, and unfortunately, unlike the games he played back in Japan, his friends can't just respawn if they lose all their HP. In the beginning, Naofumi is actually the only one of the 4 that didn't play these games a whole lot, and can't believe how truly experienced the others are. Besides offering a funny critique of how support classes and their players are usually hated and take the blame for everything when their teams lose, the video game element of Rising of the Shield Hero also questions common methods we use to escape reality and how these blind us from the real world. Naofumi's ignorance about these games actually has a silver lining. It gives him the awareness to realize that this world isn't just some vacation where you can get paid, have scrumptious food, and all the attention of the ladies just for beating a few measly waves of monsters. Naofumi, not only realizing the illusion of escapism, but also due to his constant suffering, wants to leave this world. This is why on multiple occasions throughout his journey, he has distanced himself from the people of Melromark, even rejecting the title of savior he received after healing people. However, like most bad habits, escapism is a tough one to break. It's truly hard to improve ourselves, and it will be very hard for Naofumi to leave this world. His situation may even get better, and he may actually finally achieve greatness. He is a literal hero after all, and in this world, being a hero isn't fantasy. It's Naofumi's duty and reality. Besides leaving the illusion of actually being a hero for the college life of textbooks, Naofumi now has Raphtalia and Filo, and by them, a purpose. It's one thing to leave a position of glory. Even the best athletes eventually retire, but Naofumi himself said he may just find romance in this world, something he didn't have back home in Japan. And as we know, love can make you do some crazy things. Staying in this fantasy world for the possibility of romance is made even harder when Naofumi realizes Raphtalia would miss him. She's worried the only person that has ever cared for her will suddenly vanish out of her life, and Naofumi definitely feels guilt over this possibility. Ultimately, Naofumi's character offers an honest look at how hard it truly is to leave a pleasant fantasy to confront our reality, but a reality that, unlike our escapist daydreams, is the truth. As always, thanks for watching. Let me know down below in the comments, how will Naofumi escape this escapism and return to reality? And after his mission is over, how will he put down the light novels and be somebody in Japan? Also, if you were Naofumi, which pill would you take? Red is truth, hero, but blue is best girl. Choose wisely, and keep it tuned to Truth Hero for more Rising of the Shield Hero content.